Hey everyone, my name is Andy Nelson, Glover U coach. Welcome back to the Live Unreal podcast. Today I'm here with Michael and Jessica Bird out of the Nashville, Tennessee market, and we're going to get into some of the increases that they've seen in their business since joining the Glover U coaching program. So first of all, let's hear, give us name. I already told where you're from, so name and how many years you've been in the business. Ladies first.
Jessica Bird. I've been in business since the fall of 2019.
So 4.5 years, 5 years? I'm bad at math. 6 years almost.
6 years.
Almost 6 years.
Call it 6.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
And I am Michael Bird. I have been in the business for 2 years, almost on the nose.
2 years on the nose, very nice. Yeah. How about before real estate, Michael? What'd you do?
So before real estate, immediately before real estate, I ran 2 other companies. I was the VP of sales for one of them, and I was the director of communications and operations for the other. And then if you go far enough back, I was in the Marine Corps for about 6 years. So a lot of the skills that I learned there have carried through and helped me here. So discipline and just time management and leadership and those kind of things.
Very cool. How about you, Jess?
So I was in hospitality working with Marriott for also about 6 years. I did also accounting for a company that managed projects between insurance companies and contractors. So that's where I kind of got into falling in love with houses and how you can fix them up. And also I was working in a 8x8 building with no windows and realized that I was really tired of
That's a tiny building, 8x8?
Yeah.
That's a prison cell?
My office was basically a closet.
Okay.
The office.
Okay.
Yeah.
The whole building was little.
Yeah, but no, my office was about that big, and I just realized that I wanted to see
There's got to
sunshine
be something more, right?
Yeah,
Got to be more than a shipping container for an office.
There you go.
pretty much.
Well, I mean, people are turning those into houses nowadays.
Yeah, I just realized I left the office one day, and I was like, I couldn't tell if the sun was shining today or if it was a thunderstorm because I was just confined.
In your box.
Yeah, someone had to let me out of the box.
That's fair. So, and you guys are husband and wife? Okay,
Yes.
Team. And you're a team. What are the roles in the team?
So we are a husband-wife team. I handle the listing side of our business. Jess handles the buyer side of our business. And then as part of the listing side, I also work with most of our investors and developers for the creative, finding creative solutions to problems.
Creative solutions to problems. Actually, that's a good segue, which without even knowing it. What were some of the bigger challenges you guys faced before getting into coaching with Glover U?
I think the biggest one was determining our roles. I think we still work on that.
We do.
Weekly.
We do.
Just finding, what our right seats are on the bus. And because I was in business first, our business is all sphere and referral based. So learning for me how to delegate different tasks and roles and who we need to bring on to keep that growing.
I would agree with that. For me, it was one of the biggest things that I've been able to take away from it is just getting an additional third-party perspective and opinion on the things that we need to do to continue to push forward. That's been invaluable for us, really, having the right voice in the room with us to help us guide those decisions. Once we make the decisions that for what we're going to do and the direction we want to take the business, having you that can help us guide it in that direction. So having that extra voice in the room helps a lot.
So having a third party, because I feel like sometimes we think we know what makes sense, and then we get to talking it out. I'm like, wait, no, there's obviously a missing link here. And just talking it out with, someone on the outside that has the bigger picture gives us a lot more clarity, a lot faster than we would have gotten there.
That makes sense.
On our own.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, and Jess, so you found me over the summer at the retreat in Traverse City. And I don't know if you know the whole story, but she found me early on and she said, we need to be in coaching, but we need to convince Michael that we need to be in coaching.
But I can't convince him because obviously he needs someone else.
Right. You needed a third party, exactly like you just said. So with that, how did you know? What was the thing that gave it away that said we need to be in coaching?
Yeah. I'd had coaches in the past. I don't think any of them were necessarily the right fit, but I knew to get to the next level, we're just going to get there faster. Could we get there eventually? Sure, but I believe in the power of being surrounded by people that are doing what you want to be doing, and you're going to get there twice as fast. Like, it would take us 2 years to get there and what we could do in a couple months.
Right.
So it's like, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, to go together.
Yeah.
And I believe in that. And obviously knowing his background in the military, and I think it just helped having someone. I was like, I know he's going to listen to you and respect you. Not that he doesn't listen to and respect me, obviously, but
You're still married.
yeah, we're still married, and it's just nice. The more voices you can learn from. Like, I knew we needed that third party who could, again, show the big picture more than I could even see. I know I don't know everything. That's why I'm always here. So.
Well, and what made you say yes?
Honestly, I think what made me say yes is I realized that we had gotten to the point that we did need that. So my hesitation was always, I want to be prepared, and make sure everything is lined up and everything's perfect before we pull the trigger. And I finally took a step back after talking to you and going, what am I, like, no plan is ever perfect.
Right.
Like, nothing is never the perfect time. But waiting until you think is the perfect time means that it's going to pass you up. And so we were at a point where we had enough momentum that I said, you know what, if we don't do this now, we have a really good chance of squandering the opportunity and setting and actually putting ourselves further behind rather than taking the opportunity to actually accelerate forward, right? If you wait for the pendulum to swing back, well, you got to wait until it starts going forward again to go in the direction you want to go. So
That's a great point. That's a really great point. It reminds me of the Admiral McRaven story from the retreat when they
100%.
had to make the decision. They weren't sure if it was, I think it was Bin Laden that they were going after, but they didn't know if he would be there tomorrow. So they had to go. So that's a really great point.
Yeah.
So Mike, I know you're a numbers guy. So talk to me a little bit about numbers before coaching in terms of production and then after coaching.
Yeah, so 2023, we did 21 deals total for $8.9 million.
Okay.
In 2024, Q1 and 2, which is before we started coaching, we did 18 for for 7.7 million. After we started coaching, so Q3 and 4 of last year, we did 21 deals for $8.9 million. This year so far, we have closed or pended 14 deals. So this year so far, we've closed or pended 14 deals for $6 million. We have 6 active listings with a total value of right at $4 million, and we have 16 in the pipeline that those are either listings that have listing agreements signed, or they are active buyers that are actively shopping, looking at houses. And those 16 and we're going to average out about $8.5 million across that.
Wow. Okay. All right. So I guess on that note, then how has and we'll let Jess answer this one. How has one-on-one coaching helped you improve, in terms of production?
I mean, I think the biggest thing was getting us in the right seats. I think him being in the business 2 years now, having a coach, like his momentum and honestly his networking that he's been doing,
Right.
really getting in locally, networking and with other agents. I mean, that's a huge volume of our business. He's definitely the professional networker. I live on our people. So I'm the database networking really there, and he's more other agent and other business networking.
Okay.
So just figuring out what we do best and leaning into that, I think, has been the biggest thing.
Very nice. And what other solutions have you guys leaned into in the Glover U world, like Sales Rocket or any of the group classes? What are some of the other ones you've?
So I did systems of real estate. I guess it's been about 2 years ago. I was a solo agent. My business was extremely different. I was coming out of a team, just trying to throw things at the wall and figure it out.
Right.
So it's given me time to step back and lean into that again and see what can we implement, again, in our database and in our systems to improve. And so that when we make our next hire, what can I give to another team member, another admin to keep that business generating? So I did systems of real estate, and then I'm currently doing 76 Hard with Taylor, which I think the biggest thing for that was getting my schedule in line. And it's just the craziest thing. Who knew? I'm a very routine-oriented person in general, so just having a framework, working through that program, I think is going to set me up for long-term just being more organized and focused moving forward.
Yeah, and you haven't missed any days, right? Yeah.
I have a couple of makeup days, but generally I've been pretty on
Okay.
track. We're just to make 100 contacts today, and I've been here all day, so I will say I have
That's
a couple
fair.
to make.
There's 100 people in that room.
True that.
Maybe.
No, but I think I have like 4 makeup things to do when we're on day 41. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That's tracking.
But I'll finish for sure.
So top sources of business.
Oh, do you want to?
And then I also am in listing mastery right now.
Oh, okay.
So once we made the decision that we were going to bifurcate the business, I was going to take the listing side. Jess was going to take the buyer side. I wanted to make sure that because I'm only 2 years into the business, I know that I'm not an expert and know everything on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure that I am becoming an expert as rapidly as possible. And so I'm doing listing mastery. It's been very
Great
beneficial
class.
so far.
Yeah, it's a great class. I've taken that one. I've taken social. I'm actually in the social media class now as well.
I take that one too.
Yeah. Okay. So top performing strategy. So top sources of business. Where's the most of your business come from?
So last year, 82% of our business was either Sphere or referral based. So our database is the lifeblood of our business. The way that Jess manages that through the stuff that she learned through the systems class and running the Glover database plan has really is the number one thing that we do. Beyond that, it really is networking for us. Building those relationships over time, staying in touch with people while you're not in the room with them, and then capitalizing on that time when you are at events like this.
So you're speaking about agent to agent referrals.
So agent
in
to agent,
addition to the database.
So combination of local networking, whether it's with other agents or for clients, business owners, people that have their own networks. So I'm in a BNI group.
Okay.
I'm the VP of my chapter this year. So really dialing into and tapping into and becoming good at networking and tapping into other people's networks by teaching them how to find the client that you're looking for and then introducing you to them. That is a really, really powerful tool. But the database management that Jess does is by far like our number one piece of our business.
I love that.
So I will say, to piggyback on that, so 22 of our 39 units last year were agent referrals. About, I'd say half of them come from being at Glover events in particular.
Okay.
And then the other half is from an agent in our own market.
Okay.
We met at a networking thing. She decided to get out of production, going into like social media coaching, and
Okay.
she generates a ton of business. And it was just being helpful to her because every now and then she'll have a question about something. She comes to us, and so she gets benefit from us who are doing business daily. And then she sends us a lot of referrals, which is unusual, but it works.
Hey, it works.
But I think the biggest difference in this year versus last year is that BNI chapter, and he's really good at, like you said, pouring into those people. So it's like, even if it's not immediately going to get us a client, like he's going out and like solving their problems for them or helping them solve their problems so that they want to therefore give back to us. We also, I think the biggest thing with getting repeat business from our past clients is every single month I like mail a physical mailer. Like I write a newsletter every month, type the newsletter up, but I hand address the envelopes like just throughout the month. I do like 10 a day. By the end of the month, it's done. But so it's in their
She
mailbox.
has really great handwriting, by the way.
It is a
Just have
thing.
to
I'm
give her
kind of like
credit for
weirdly
that.
known for my handwriting.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
But it's in their mailbox every single month. So I've had clients that I will not hear from for years, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, we love your newsletters. Come list our house." And I'm like, "I didn't even know you opened that newsletter. Like you haven't said a word." So it's the cost of stamps and envelopes and a little bit of time every month. But yeah, that's like weirdly a really good, just like I think how we get clients coming back because they can't forget us. I'm in their mailbox every single month.
Right.
So
Okay.
And I would say to kind of piggyback on that, like the database plan keeps us in front of them, and then literally just that one handwritten piece of the newsletter is what I believe makes it feel personal enough that they reach out and make that contact, because we see it happen all the time right after we get the newsletter sent out, right?
Okay.
it's a pretty quick turnaround that we start getting those inbound calls.
So then my next question is, what's one thing that someone watching could implement today? It sounds like
Go do a newsletter.
Well, here.
Get a wife with great handwriting.
First.
And go send newsletters to your database. Just every month, update them.
Physical newsletters.
Well, and so I literally had an agent. I left a team early on in my career, and I went and met with another successful agent, and she told me the same thing. She was like, you're not going to have to go find business that is going to come to you because of this newsletter, and she was right. But every month, it's something personal about us, something we're recognizing in the market, and then like an event or something we have coming up, or, we try to share a business win, a personal win, and so they know us as people, so it's not just all business. It's like, we want to hear if you've done a project at your house lately. Let me show me what your garden looks like right now. Yeah. Or, and I have people literally send me pictures of their house plants and be like, look at our plant. It's that you gave us at closing. So it's just really wanting to know them as people and not just if you want to buy or sell, call us. It's, what are we, learning? What event have we just been to? So it's really a blend of how we're growing as people and, in business and personally. So,
that reminds me of what Jeff tells people about your social media as agents. When clients look at your social media, they should be able to tell that you're a good person that works hard and likes to have fun.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of the same concept, right? A little bit about me, a little bit about the community, a little bit about the market.
I mean, our clients, we hang out with a lot of them, people that we never would have known, become our friends. We love events. That's what we do. It's we want to hang out with, at my book club I love. It's I want to hang out with people that are doing the things I already want to do. Coaching moment. Have you gotten back to that, by the way? My book club? Yeah. I never missed.
Okay. Just making sure.
I've never missed my book club.
Just making sure.
But no, it's what are we surrounding ourselves with, organically? I'm not going there to pitch business, but they know I'm there and I'm in front of them every month doing something we love and just building those relationships organically. I think that's what we're best at, is just being good people. So it's a business tactic. Who knew?
Okay. So you mentioned, Michael, and I didn't catch all of the numbers. What are you projected for this year? I know you've got your spreadsheet.
Yeah, so projection right now, so we closed 14 in Q1. So 14 deals either closed or pended in Q1. And we have 16 that are shopping and 6 active listings. So right now we're projecting above our goal. So we're projecting 70 units right now if we can keep pace with what we have going.
And what increase would that be over last year? Just remind me.
That would be that'd be about a 70% increase year over year.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. So how long did it take you to start realizing a return on your coaching investment?
90 days. I mean, 60 to 90 days.
And I don't know if you could put an actual ROI on it yet. Right.
It'd be hard to. I can't put a single firm number on it. It's 6 figures.
Yeah.
Because we started seeing a difference. Call it 90 days in. Now about 180 days in, we're in the throes of figuring it out, right? I mean, we're growing at a pace that we're here at Lead Up because we can see on the horizon that we're going to have to build a team soon, right? We're not there yet. We still have capacity to handle our deals without bringing in a ton of support, but we can see what's happening and where we're going, and we know that we can't go there alone. So we're here preparing for that, and when that happens, the ROI on coaching will be exponentially compounded.
Right. I love that. So, which parts of business and life have been impacted the most?
Well,
I think for me, I've been so hesitant, I think, to even grow a team or think about that because, again, I want to love on my people and feel like who can love on my people better than I can. But I think, through the conversations we're having every week is how can I still be their person and continue to grow by bringing other people, with us on the journey. So I think that's the biggest thing is, just continue to grow. And I don't even remember what the question was. Sorry.
I would say the other things that have really been impacted in our life, since we started coaching and the business has grown as quickly as it did, we are building a house. I mean, we're closing on a new house in 30 to 60 days.
New construction, it's up in the air.
New construction. It's when they're done.
Springtime, who knows?
Yeah, when they're done. We've heard everything from July to May, so we'll see. But we're building a new house, moving into that one soon, selling our first house that we moved into that we bought as a flip, live and flip. And that timeline has accelerated because of this. We spent 4 weeks of Q1 traveling, whether it's to events or vacations or whatever. But we spent 4 weeks out of Q1 traveling, we have less stress in our business now too, just because we've identified the roles that we're going to be serving in. We've gotten systems in place instead of living in just a world of chaos.
It's still pretty chaotic right now.
It's organized chaos now instead of just chaotic chaos.
Okay.
But to piggyback on what I forgot I was saying earlier, I think I was hesitant and didn't want to grow a team, and now I've just realized there's a way to do it in a way that feels comfortable and I know is going to get us a lot farther than we could go, just the two of us. Yeah. And allow us to continue to do the traveling and do the things we want to do, so we can see the bigger picture now that I was always so resistant to before.
That's totally fair. So last question, and you can each answer, why will you continue in one-on-one coaching?
I think we're just getting started. I think there's just so much more we can do. There's so much more. We just started.
Good. That's a good one.
I mean, honestly, I would agree with that. I think that's pretty much the perfect answer, is because we literally just started and we're already seeing.
What are we, 8-9 months in?
Literally, I think we started in August. I think
okay.
The average was in July. I think we started August 1st.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so 8 months in.
So call it 8 months in. So I mean, in 8 months, we're already seeing leaps and bounds of improvement and value that's coming back to us. And as we grow, we're going to be able to pass that value on to our team members as well. And so it would be the most foolish thing in the world, in my opinion, it'd be the most foolish thing in the world for us to stop now.
Right.
Right. So, I mean, it would take a lot to convince me not to do one-on-one coaching right now, to be honest.
It's awesome. That's awesome. It's good to see.
I think there's also so many growing pains in the beginning. Honestly, August, September, even October, it's we're still figuring our stuff out, And I mean, still figuring our stuff out all the time. But I think now it's even defining that vision, getting there, which, and obviously getting us to lead up in those things. It's getting the vision clear, I think, takes a long time. And once you have that, now it's the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Now we get to do everything that's exciting.
The other thing that I would also add, because we didn't touch on it, is I say it took us 90 days to get an ROI on coaching, but that was also with a brokerage change in the middle of that, which to be honest, put us 30 to 45 days behind on, it just took us time to get everything moved over and reintegrated and systems in place and new CRM up.
Yeah, that was a focus for several weeks.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably a month of our coaching time, was us just getting all of our systems back in place, with new systems and new CRM and all of that. And so, honestly, I think had we not made that, our business, I think it set us up better in the long run for our business. I think it's a better platform for us to do that with, but we would have probably been here 30 days ago instead of being where we are now.
Right. That makes perfect sense. So any last tips or pieces of advice for the people watching at home?
Honestly, I would say the biggest piece of advice would be, if you have momentum, find someone to help you carry that momentum forward, because if you don't, your legs will get tired.
Yeah. I think people wait till they're maybe not failing, but struggling, and then find somebody to come pick them up. It's you don't have to wait for that moment. Go while you're charging ahead.
Yeah. One of my favorite sayings that I tell my daughter all the time: I will catch you if you're falling, but I will not chase you if you're running. That's it.
I love that, actually.
Yeah. Cool.
Love it.
Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It was a great having this conversation. And thanks everyone for watching.